Hi guys, it's me again, and I'm sorry that I haven't got a video up sooner, because I know y'all are just sitting there counting the days until Sheridan posts another video. I'm just kidding. But I actually tried to make one a couple days ago at like 2, 3 in the morning, and then I went back and watched it, and I made no sense whatsoever. Like, absolutely none of it made any sense. So I decided I'd try to get one done at well, technically it's the beginning of a new week, because today's a Sunday, and I think of Sunday as the first day of the week. But excuse the main. You know how it is. We're all girls here. On Sundays, we are too lazy after church to do anything with our hair, so we got this. But I was going to talk about something that I tried to talk about in my 3:30 in the morning video, and it didn't make any sense, so I'm going to try it again. Hopefully I can stay on topic this time. I ended up talking about weird things in the last one, like baseball. I don't even like baseball. I don't know where baseball came from in the other one. I really need to stay on topic on this one. But when I was younger, I don't know if any of y'all like audio dramas or anything like that, but I was in love with all kinds of audio dramas. I still am. I've never missed an episode of Adventures in Odyssey. I listen to them every day, to this day. Down Gilead Lane, Paws and Tails, but especially when I was younger, I had this crazy obsession with Left Behind audio dramas. And I think I've listened to every version ever made. And I still have all the books for the kids ones, and I have all the audio dramas for the kids ones. They're really great. They're not just for kids. Adults out there, y'all should check them out too. I actually like them better than the adult ones even now. I always wondered why the Antichrist in every single one of them was always given the name Nikolai. Like, is there just something really bad about that name? Did they just pull a random name out of a hat and choose it? Could you imagine if they chose the name Sheridan? I'd be having some serious trust issues going on with the people around me. But no, they didn't. That's not what they did, actually. But when I was younger, I kind of thought I'm an extreme overthinker. Some would say I'm addicted to overthinking. I guess that's the most poetic way of saying it. But I always, every single time I heard the name Nikolai in one of those audio dramas, I was just run over all these different scenarios in my mind of where they came up with the name Nikolai for all of them. And so I asked my mom, and it's funny because, well, she didn't know the answer either, but it's funny because just a few days, actually I don't really know how long it was, but I know it wasn't too long after I asked her that. We were listening to the radio, and a guy came on, and he was talking about the Nicolaitans. And as I said, my overthinking brain, I was like, oh, that's a really good scenario. I bet that's why. That could be why they give the Antichrist the name Nikolai. So I did some research and things like that, and also stayed and listened to what the guy had to say. And it was really interesting, and I just kind of want to tell you guys about it because it's something that even in my own life, every day, it's something that I use to really kind of figure out, am I making the right decision, to help guide myself. Kind of a guardrail, so to speak. But the name Nikolai actually stems from, in the Bible, there was a group of people called the Nicolaitans. And their leader was a guy named Nicholas. And he was a man raised in very thick, deep, paganistic beliefs. Oops, battery. Power. I got power. Very thick paganistic beliefs. And he converted to Judaism, and then he converted to Christianity after Judaism. And I guess he gathered a group of people, and they followed him as a Christian. And that's the reason why it's called the Nicolaitans. But the thing that was different about the Nicolaitans from your average Christian, or it was actually a sect of the church in Ephesus, I guess you could say. But the thing that was different about them was that they incorporated the things of pagan religion in with the things of God. And in the Bible it talks about how God says he hates the actions of the Nicolaitans. And he's encouraging the church of Ephesus, because they also hate the actions of the Nicolaitans. And they were the people who, in today's day and age, they were the teens who, we go to church service, we get our praise on, we get our shout on, and we walk out the doors and we cuss to our friends. Or we walk out the doors and we get a bad attitude with the people around us. They were the people who tried to act Christian and wanted to maintain the beliefs of paganism at the same time. They believed that it's okay if you're not fully sold out because you're a little bit Christian. They believed that as long as you were just a little Christian, you were saved. And they went through all the practices of Christianity. But it's not necessarily anything that they didn't do in particular. It's what they did along with Christianity. And that was be in the world and of it, rather than in the world and not of it. They thought that they could get away with it, and they could be lukewarm and not get spewed out of God's mouth. And I really just kind of want to challenge you guys to, with every decision you make, because this is what I have to tell myself. Am I being a Nicolaitan or am I being a Christian? Because you cannot be a Christian and a Nicolaitan at the same time. It's not possible. So I'm not saying that you're never going to stumble, you're never going to fall. We all make mistakes. But the difference between a Christian who falls and who stumbles and gets back up and a Nicolaitan is someone who does it knowingly and feels no remorse when they're done. And I've known people like that, and there have been times when I've been like that. I felt no remorse for what I've done wrong. And that is the spirit of the Nicolaitans. And it's so bad that they named the Antichrist after the Nicolaitans. I'm not saying that the Antichrist name is going to be Nikolai or anything. I'm just saying that that's what they chose it to be in all of the dramas and reenactments. Well, not reenactments, because it hasn't happened yet, so it can't be reenacted. Anyway, okay, this is almost as bad as the one that I made at 3 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, I just think to yourself, am I being a Nicolaitan or am I being a Christian? Just be sold out 100%, not half-hearted, because if you're half-hearted, you're probably being a Nicolaitan. So, anyway, love you guys. Thanks for the like-a-th-th-them. That's like my favorite word. It's really fun to say, like-a-th-th-them. It's not really my favorite word. It's just, I like the word. Anyway, love you guys. See y'all later. Hand hug through the camera. There we go.